like to welcome everyone this evening to our Monday, February 17th, 2020 Bladen County Commissioners meeting. At this time, I'd like to recognize invitation given by Mr. Gary McMillan of Friendship Baptist Church, and following that, Mr. Greg Martin to lead us in our pledge. If Gary's not here, stand and I'll have the prayer. Father God, we thank you, Lord, for this another day that you just spared us through, Father. We thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to come and meet you tonight as commissioners. We thank you for our guests, and we pray that as we leave here tonight, everyone will have a safe trip home. As we now enter this part of our business, Father, we pray that you would give us the wisdom and the words to do the right thing for the citizens of Bladen County. In Jesus' name we pray, Father. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of consent items. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Peters, and a second by Ms. Trivett. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. I'd like to declare open public hearing for comment at this time on the 2020-21 budget. Anyone here to have a concern about the budget for the coming year? If not, I declare the meeting closed. Individual delegations wish to address the commissioners. Madam Clerk. Matters of interest to commissioners.
Hi, John.
Yes,
Mr.
Dr.
Chairman.
Mangoy.
I received two texts and email trying to bring this up. I got a call en route to this meeting. And I don't know who I need to give this to. She asked about this trash is located on Watson Graveyard Road near a church, and at the end of there are 4 homes on that road. They wanted to know what can the county do about it. It's getting out of control, and this is not the only one. You got them on 2 other roads that people are dumping their trash. Some of them look like they're doing repairs, home repair, refrigerators, couch, anything you name it. And she sent a picture of this one, and I got a picture of the other road the lady asked me about. What do they do? What can the citizens do, and what can the county do about these people that are dumping their trash in the highway, on the road? Bladen County roads.
Well, I'll get Mr. Martin to address it, but I can tell you what I did when it happened to me once. I went and opened, as far as trash goes, B3 obviously doesn't have a name on it. But when it was mailed in and all, I went through the trash and I found their name and all, and I called them and said, come remove your stuff back off my property. And so that's how I handled it, but Mr. Martin, you know.
And that's what Mr. Elkins and Mr. Kit McCleary, they'll investigate that. So if we can get the specific names. Okay, thank you.
Today. And I told them, if nothing else, they need to come to the board and address it themselves, because they have several that called.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll weigh in on that. I'll mention this. I get a ton of calls as far as the litter still on the highway, and I'm quick to let them know that that is the state DOT.
We don't.
And but I'm just saying in general, I get a lot of these calls, and that fortunately the sheriff's department has took it on their own to do what is being done in our county. But they need to complain to the state. They're the ones that's dropped the ball as far as I'm concerned, as far as the trash on the highways.
But the problem is on these is
that's an entirely, I'm just talking about the basic litter along the highway.
And I think they can put some cameras out. Those deer cameras, catch them.
We'll look
I'll
into
send
it.
it to you.
Here are some details.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
Miss Sharon McDowell, she's being inducted into the UNCW Sports Hall of Fame on February the 22nd. There's a luncheon at 11 o'clock, which is $25 per person. And there's a game that night, a basketball game. I think the game is at 7 o'clock. And it's $10 per individual for the game. But she's being inducted into the UNCW Sports Hall of Fame, Sharon McDowell. So if any of you can go to the game and support her, we sure would appreciate it.
Is it the game at UNCW?
Yes, sir. She's a retired teacher from Bladen County Schools, and now she's employed at the Leadership Academy.
Anyone else? If not, at this time, Bladen County Schools, Ms. Sharon Penny, financial officer.
Got a list of capital outlay projects that we would like approval to use sales tax funds to pay for.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Peterson, second by Mr. Bullock. Any discussion? All in favor
Yeah,
say aye.
question. I just have one question. I looked through it, and Mr. Chair, I know Ms. Penny is the, coming to do her job, but I want to ask that, I had sent some emails or text to Dr. Taylor. There's some other needs out in the school system that principals and teachers and parents have been complaining about, such as you charge Haiti School in the roof. Want to know when is he going to address that and get it fixed? It's leaking, our children need better, and I will need your help.
I will take that concern back to Dr. Taylor.
Thank you.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Since the 2020 update, Mr. Greg Elkins and James Kessler Randall.
The Thursday, we're having our a complete count committee meeting again. We're actually meeting this time at the Board of Education.
That's right.
So I did confirm that, we got a meeting room, thank you for setting that up.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Yeah, so, and of course, we're talking about the activities that have taken place since then. So, again, that's Thursday. And the main reason, one thing that the complete count committee discussed at our previous meeting was trying to develop a budget for items, for printing costs, we talked about billboards, we talked about those political type signs to put up in the communities. I've also need to reach out to the radio station. I don't know if that's something that, you know, if we get any funding at all, that get a spot on the radio. Also with Star Cable TV, I've reached out to them. I'm kind of getting some of these ideas from what other counties are doing. I know Brunswick County through Atlantic Telephone, they've got some commercials and just trying to do something to spread the word, basically. And, you know, that's kind of what this is about. So if you feel inclined to provide any funding for us to do outreach events in the community. So some things we got planned is like for Kelly Spring Festival, Bladeboro Spring Fling, doing some things, for the churches, or get some information to the churches to have Census Sunday, which is going to be March 29th. Inserts for their bulletins. So we've got a lot of ideas, and just wanted to bring that back to you one more time.
Yes, sir.
I just got a question. I had the figures, but I forgot what it was. When we miscount someone, how much is that?
They're saying $1,650
Times 10 years.
times 10.
So if we miscount one person, $1,600 for 1 year times 10.
I think we all know the importance of this census count, but I don't think we should take tax dollars and buy giveaways. I think you need to spend that money on banners, wherever you're gonna be at, or churches and things like that. That's what I think you should do with the money.
And one thing that was on there is, since the post office most folks that have post office boxes they're not getting notification. So we're gonna take it upon ourselves to actually do up a postcard or have some postcards printed to mail to all the folks with PO boxes, just to say, hey, this is the way you call this number, you go online to complete your census, or you call that number and they'll mail you a form in the mail. Just let folks with PO boxes know. If not, they're gonna get up to 3 times somebody's going to their house and knock on the door to get that information. So the more people we can get to do it online by phone.
Greg, I have a question. With this census go, What you're saying is that the federal government is not gonna put any funds out to do anything other than send workers out to address, knock on doors. But they're not gonna send any kind of correspondence as to how you get people to.
They will send correspondence to, folks who get their mail at home, who have a mailbox. They will get a card or they'll get notification in the mail. Folks that get their mail at the PO box will not.
But what I'm saying, there is no funding, side funding for any activities other than what the federal government regulates.
Right.
So they won't give you any funds, that's what I'm asking. None at all.
They see in 2010, I got pencils and they were giving all kinds of stuff. I had posters that I put up in store windows and, county buildings and bags and pencils and all the swag kind of stuff, but they're not doing it this time.
What do you need, Mr. Evans?
How much money you talking about? How much do you have yet? $12,000?
Well,
Well, after the meeting, on the planning meeting, it went down to 98.25.
yeah.
I make a motion to approve your budget, subtract the giveaways.
Okay.
That's my
Now,
motion.
so we're good on postcards, we're good on maybe banners, we're good on, Jan was not, she said billboards, she said she felt like you should waste your money on billboards.
Yeah, no, I agree that.
Yeah.
What else you got there?
What
else on there?
What is giveaway,
Giveaways like,
what is he talking about giveaway? Pen?
yes.
How much money you talking about with pencil?
It's $4,000 total.
Yeah, for pens, we had $1,700,
17.
but that was for 10,000 pencils. Yeah, you cut that in half, or whatever you don't wanna do,
Well, I'm just looking
I
at
love
it.
it.
If you just calculate a total figure here, that
The figure I got here is 10,750.
That was the first one.
That was the
It
first one.
revised to 98.25.
So 98.25.
on that list, what are we listing off of? That's what I'm trying to get to. Where y'all talking about taking away giveaways. What you-
Well, the only thing we had backpacks, ink pens were the only giveaways that we had on here.
What were those two costs?
That was,
$4,000.
What was all this?
17 plus 2,000, 17, so about half.
3,700.
All right, we got them.
Only thing I want to say, we need to be proactive on this because it's really going to be for revenue. So whatever we do, let's do it proactively to make sure everyone is engaged in this because it's very important.
So you're talking about the 9,800, you still want to exempt $3,700. Is that what you're talking about, Ms. Beasley?
It's close to $4,000.
That's what we're talking about.
My only problem with the giveaways, like backpacks, probably, no, I think it's a little big. But pens and pencils, my only thing about it is, and I know we don't just throw money out, but if it's got those little pens for $1,000 will reap us $30, $40, $100,000. So I don't want to just throw that out.
And there's lots of other things besides
Right.
pencils and pens.
We do
And
something else.
you go to the census website, there's all kind of little gadgets and
You do,
like
right.
stress balls.
Yeah,
and
anything like that. Right.
Something that's got the logo on it.
Yes.
And this is what you're talking about, putting into the school system to go home, right?
Yeah, that's what we did the last census. Or when we're having these community events, have a booth set up, well, it kind of draws people
Yeah.
because if you don't have anything to give away, nobody
Right,
comes to you.
that's right.
So that's $1,700.
So that's not about that.
And, this was just a rough budget. I mean, there might be some,
How soon?
I guess we can, if we decide how much money that we're gonna get at our meeting Thursday, we can kind of, decide.
What was the count day?
Can we go ahead and just approve the postcard portion of it? I agree, that's what we need. I think there's still got some confusion on the other stuff, but as far as sending out postcards to those who have their mail with the PO boxes, I think that's very crucial to get those sent out to them. And then the other stuff that we're kinda waiting on to see what you hear back from your budget. Maybe we can
But the
come back
thing is,
next
the time's
month.
drawing,
Yeah,
you don't have a lot of time.
but you think about 10 people, if those stretch balls, for example, 10 people, if you miss those 10, that's $160,000.
Mr. Chair, I got a motion on the floor, if it's, either get a second or let it die in this.
Got a motion by Mr. Peterson to revise B to drop the ink pens.
Well, not 10.
I like-
He
I
said
like-
anything.
Drop the 3 items.
I'd like to put up a substitute motion.
All right, and, we got a second on that by Mr. Good.
Mhm.
And, any further discussion on that?
Can you give me the 3 items he's talking about?
Well,
He's dropped.
I got ink pens and backpacks is only 2 items I
I
got
want
here.
those out, I don't know about those.
And, I've got,
That's a giveaway.
those are giveaways.
I know that, but I don't have to be those. You can give things that are different. Something, you can give something you can walk away with. It just be one
All we
thing.
can go by is what he give us.
Well, another thing that they have, they, you know, candy, different types of candy, you can probably get thousands of pieces of candy for, you know, just,
Yeah,
I got a substitute motion on that, can I get a second on that?
Second.
What, you can't, what is your substitute motion?
That's what I'm
You
getting
can't get a second out of.
Well, I want to put my substitute motion in, on the motion, I want to say that we come back and review, approve the budget, and review the budget after his conference is over. That's a substitute motion I got.
Isn't that a time element to it?
It's approve the budget.
When is that gonna occur?
well,
When's your meeting?
it's Thursday.
And we will get back together.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
it's too late.
Is there any sum that the board feels comfortable with, whether it's
Yeah.
$3,000 or $4,000
We're throwing stuff out.
to help them expedite this, since time is of the essence?
Put the 1,700 in there. Go
You
for
know,
it.
we're presented a budget here, and if the budget changes, then we need to see what it changes on. 'Cause I call the question.
The way I'm saying is, we're making the motion to withdraw something from the budget. And right now, it's not adequate as to even what we're gonna withdraw from the budget.
What do you mean adequate?
We still trying to discuss what we're gonna withdraw from the budget. You saying items that's giveaway items, and we
Will
saying,
you please tell them what's on your budget, please? Will you read every item on the budget?
can't read it.
We had, post office printing for the postcards, and I said 5,000 postcards.
Okay, so it's not-
Yeah. $200, for printing. That's from Bladen County Supplies. Postcard, for the stamps, $1,750 for 5,000. Copy of census fact sheets, we do color census fact sheets to give out at the booth that you send to churches for the bulletins and stuff. 10,000 copies, that was $1,000. Then we had the ink pens, political signs, of course, the more you order of those, cheaper they are, but 50 was $500. Billboard, it was $350 a month, plus $150 setup fee. So for 3 months, and I said, you know, 2 billboards, that was $2,000, but I don't think that's gonna be a very well spent right there. And then, of course, had the backpacks, and,
What was the cost on those? You have cost on that?
$2,025.
$2,025. Now, what I'm saying, Mr. Peterson, Mr. Chairman, can we go through and eliminate what's item is on here? And then, in the motion, just take out which one we decide, earmark, and say yea or nay. Take them out.
That was my motion, Mr. Cogdell, take off the pens and take off the backpacks.
Well, the bulletin board as well, that needs to
You
come
got
out.
all the bulletin
Yeah.
board, all that
Billboards.
stuff on there.
Yeah.
You got everything else on there.
The billboard.
That was your decision, that weren't mine.
Everything
Well,
on there.
this was just something that the billboard thing came up at the budget workshop the other day, and in talking with Jan didn't think that would be effective.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cost, I know it was a whole lot more than that we looked at the workshop.
And then when we have our meeting Thursday, I mean, there might be some additional, like, you know, we knew how much money that we were working with, then we could kind of say, well, we're gonna allot this much fee, and we might not,
That's what I was
We might
trying to do,
cut for
Mr.
one.
Evans. I was trying to take out 3 items, and then the money left in the budget You do whatever you want to, as long as it ain't 3 hours.
Okay.
And your billboards, I was gonna leave in there for, cause you said Jan wanted to do something different now.
Yeah, like for banners,
I
I haven't priced banners, so.
Didn't one county, close to us, that got a budget of 15,000?
That was Brunswick, and that's what DeMario told me, and I don't know what other counties have done.
Did the committee think that giving them something to go when they walk away would be effective?
That's what the thought was.
And I believe that works. I mean, I understand we give them $2,000, $3,000, but something like $500, you get some piece of candy. You can get 2 pieces for a penny. They that inexpensive with the something on it. They can take something away with them. No big deal, but.
We've had a motion, we've had a second, Mr. Marshall.
Well, I was just gonna give you numbers so everybody can kind of be on the same page as far as it appears that without the billboards, it's $3,500 total. With the billboards, it would be 58.
That's what we asked them to do away with.
Is that right? Is that what?
And based on what Mr.
He said it was 5,000 just for the
Based on what Mr.
mayor.
Peters said, though, they billboard in the 758.
Then that gets to 58.
And see, I don't know.
What is the budget we
And
asked
then
them to
use
put in
that
place? That's
sign
what
for
I'm
every day.
35, that's what I'm saying.
There's something, yeah, I don't know how much the radio station,
Keep the billboard.
you know,
The total budget,
they don't charge
we got on
anything.
there, that total.
They would. If we got, it's a thing that's important to do, and then
$79 is what you got. How much time, how much money?
Billboard.
That's $5,800.
5,800 is. Keep
Why
the
you want
billboard.
BB?
You said you take
I'm
out the
saying to use it
backpacks
for
from
another
billboard.
purpose. They-
Okay,
use it for
Okay.
something else,
All
like
right.
radio, star.
If not, it's only 35. If you don't do that, then it's $3,500.
So you said move it down from 98, take off 3,500 off of the 98.
No, the 35 is all, is the items in Mr. Peterson's.
Go ahead,
Mr. Chairman, if I understand correctly, the items in Mr. Peterson's motion, I'm not sure if his motion includes I understand it includes the billboards, because
No,
that's not a
sir.
giveaway. It doesn't?
No, sir.
Then it's 3,500.
He didn't say that.
Mine
He
was to
didn't say
take
that.
off the pins and take off the backpacks.
So, hold the board.
So
The
billboards
billboards
don't-
can stay.
Billboards
Yeah, all
stay
over
there.
to use that
Then
money
it's
for something
58.
else.
You said you wanted to use it for our banners and stuff, but you can't, was what you're talking about.
I can live with
And a
that.
radio,
That's what I-
whatever.
Well, see, I was saying, you
That's
just said take the
5,800.
billboards
That's
off.
58.
That's the number I've got.
Leave the money there.
All right. Now, if no more discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Now you're gonna go with that. But what
Which
is,
one you vote on?
what happened to his,
We just had a vote. We had 8 and 1,
2?
8,
So
7, 2.
Yeah.
we took off the billboard.
Well, you didn't do the $2,000 stayed for billboards, but it's not for us to be used for billboards.
So you can use that as discretionary, however you want to use it.
Other than give, other
They need more
than.
money. I think
Other
they
than
need more.
giveaways?
They need more money.
They do, they need more than money. You're not giving them enough. Your return on your investment will be much greater if you invested it from the beginning.
I thought you were gonna use the billboard, but that would just be discretionary money.
Well, it's already been passed.
You can't use it your way. It's fine, there you go.
It's all, thank you.
So we can, see, we can't even buy candy, now that's kind of giveaway, but no candy or
No
anything?
giveaways, Mr. Martin.
Okay.
I mean, Mr. L.
That's all right. I ain't gonna lock it down. Mine, wait a minute, you got the vote tallied yet, Ms. Marie? Make it 6 or
Can't
6:30.
change the vote.
Soil and water conservation, Mr. Dean Morris, step forward, please, sir.
You're great.
Guess how much money?
Tell you nothing, son.
Good evening, this is Danielle D'Arcangelo. She is the Executive Director of the Resource Conservation and Development that we have, and she wants to talk to you about the Waccamaw River Watershed Project.
Good evening. Thank you so much for allowing us to have this item on the agenda. Mr. Morris is correct. I'm here to talk about the Waccamaw River Study Group. This study group was put together with 4 counties, 2 states, Horry County, Brunswick, Bladen, Columbus, and it has representation from both North Carolina and South Carolina, state and county representation, as well as obvious nonprofit representation. We're also collaborating with the COGS in the region So we have a pretty substantial group that we are working with. I believe you have a resolution in front of you, if I'm not mistaken, and it does give you the basic outline of what the study group is there to do. We are, we brought ourselves together in order to discuss the flooding and the economic impact of the hurricanes throughout the Waccamaw River. And one of the reasons that we are here today is because we have an opportunity to submit for funding through the EDA, funds that are available for mitigation. And we are looking to request $415,000 to do a study that will review what the issues are and what type of mitigation we need to address in order to decrease the flooding and decrease the impact of any future hurricanes or disasters in the area, which, as you know, is quite excessive. We are looking at some numbers today as we are putting together the information, and we are doing this on a very tight time schedule, but the numbers that we're looking at are into the $1 billion range. So this is quite an extensive impact. What we would like to put before you is the match that we are looking for this particular grant. EDA is interested in having the organizations or the government entities that are going to be getting the benefit to have a match in the application. So that's what we were coming to talk to you about. It does impact several areas in Bladen County, and I believe Mr. Morris wants to discuss a little further about what specific areas are going to be impacted. It is a pretty significant impact. Columbus has already approved the resolution, and I believe that Brunswick has approved this evening, but I didn't get an absolute confirmation on that. I did get a notice saying that they had approved, but I needed to make sure that I understood it correctly. So would you like to discuss the specific areas?
The width is basically the southern part of Bladen County. We're talking about, it would be eastern Bladenboro area, Atmosburg, Council, portion of East Arcadia is split, part of it goes to Cape Fear, part of it comes actually down to the Waccamaw watershed. So there's up to the areas just around the southern part of Elizabethtown, all that water goes down. And even though the Waccamaw River, as we think of it, is not in our county, our water flows to that. And it's what we've been discussing all along. It gets to South Carolina and it can't go on. That's why when we go look at Waccamaw River, Lumber River, the Big Swamp, it's full because of these waters going into South Carolina. And this is the first effort with North and South Carolina going together. It's going to take a lot of effort. It's probably, the last estimate was probably in $500 million range to correct this. And there's potential money out there for this when enough people see the impacts of the hurricanes, what's happened, all of that stuff. All our waters, whether it be the Lumber River, the Big Swamp into the Lumber River, the Waccamaw, they actually all admitted to PD, and there's blockages, severe blockages from infrastructure to just any kind of storm debris damage. So even though we might not see it, it's what's affected. So just for that. The resolutions before you, never like, they're asking for a cash match. I'm never comfortable coming and asking in front of the group for after they're looking for $20,750 from each county involved in this. 20,750. That's an equal cash match to all the counties involved.
So like I said, it would be Horry County, Brunswick, Bladen, and Columbus.
That's the match for 400.
So 415,000, so each 20,000.
So how many counties in there?
Four.
So they paying the 25% match about what it runs up? 20%. 20%.
In each county.
Each county is the same amount. They're not based off of percentage of population. It's every single county is 20,750.
Yes.
So, I know we were gonna check on, in-kind money.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know for sure that's not gonna count?
We do not know for sure. but it's not gonna count.
So, can we get, this is not for action tonight, so it'll be at the next board week in 3 months. Can we get an answer to that?
I think so, and we can make sure we know exactly, the amount of money we'll have to match towards that. I think they will take it. But I don't wanna do anything to harm the project, because it is vitally important. It's the first stage of getting this real problem addressed.
How quick is the response time needed though, to make sure that they know that we are interested?
Yes, I mean, we can definitely, I feel like we can get an answer within a week. Whether or not we can use that as the match, or whether or not that's not an acceptable response.
Mr. Chairman, we're gonna come back to 3 weeks.
You know, 3 weeks, but that's what I'm saying, what is the time frame needed for us to make a commitment on the $20,000?
I don't think there is a definite.
Okay, that's what I need.
I really don't
Make sure
think
that
there
would
is a
put us in
definite
that position.
time, other than that they would like to have had it yesterday.
Right, they do want us to submit as soon as possible, because there's a lot of submissions for the funds. So that, it is still time sensitive.
We wrote the grant today, and we included it in there. If things change, we had presented, and if things change, we could amend the grant.
I think it's safe to say that we as a group here, knowing the devastation that we've all witnessed,
We need to take it.
we want to do what's right, and we need to do it as quick as we need to do it. So we need your input on making sure that we want to be protected.
Definitely. This won't cost you anything, but we do have, are we good on this?
Yes.
Okay. From our original grant that we had for stream debris removal, we had, projects that came in where we had a certain amount of money set up in it, when they came in and reviewed. We're allowed to keep this money for an additional year and use it on these same projects. And what we're gonna do is extend out, I think, Bryant Swamp, we're gonna do an additional 27,710 feet with it. And that was already bid out. We don't have to rebid it. It was bid out, and if the contractor agrees to accept it, he's already bid $1.98 a foot on that. And we've got it listed, we're gonna try to complete laterals in the town, out of town, and do what's remaining to get that, the town and surrounding areas.
Brad, I'll make a motion to approve B, C, and D.
A second.
Got a motion by Mr. Peterson to approve B, C, and D. Got a second by Dr. Moore. Any further discussion?
One last thing, when I go through and we see when I look at those treats and stuff, they look good. But when you go through there, when the storm comes through, you see trees back up in there again, so they're gonna tear down. Are they cutting back? What I'm saying, it looks like
Well,
they're highway back.
when you're in a situation like that, there's trees falling every day.
That's what I'm
They'll fall
saying.
right behind their work. And, I don't know how to address that, except as long as they're in there working, they're obligated to get what's in their house.
So they can't cut back this
They're
stuff.
not gonna go back after we've signed off on it, it's complete, and, they're just not obligated to do
So
that.
they don't go back, what I'm saying, they don't go so far from the borders of
Right,
the
they're
trees.
supposed to pull it back 20 feet.
That's all.
That's
20 feet.
all.
And them big 50-feet trees falling right back down on top of it.
Right.
Dr. Moore, do you have a question? Mr. Wolf? No further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Course 10 is what I have called East Arcadia, because that's one of the branches in there, and that's what we originally called it, so this is one.
Department of Social Services, Vicki Smith, Director.
Good evening. Before Ms. Vance starts her presentation of our adult Medicaid audit charts, I just wanted to give you a statement. As this unit, I have to just say something positive for them. As this unit is strengthening their skills, they are dedicated to learning. They are so upbeat right now. They are we have some vacancies in the unit, and they are very dedicated to make sure that we meet those deadlines. So they are truly working as a team right now. So Also, I wanted to give you just a little update of some audits that the state is implementing. One of the newest audits that they are implementing is called the Recipient Eligibility Determination Audit. You will hear us call that the RETA audit. This audit will go on for 10 months, started in February and will end in November. Each month, 20 cases are being pulled from both or combined with both Medicaid units. We have had the first round pulled. We have gotten results back from 6, and we have passed all 6 cases. So we've got 13 more to go for this month. And hopefully by the time we come back, we'll know where we're at in February. This audit would be the one that could possibly have paybacks. But the good thing about this is they are only looking at the current month and the month before, so it's just a small time frame. It's not for the life of the case or for a year. So that's the good thing. We do have some other audits that have been going on. The audit, the Office of the State Auditor statewide audit that was completed by our local CPA. The state is contracting with other auditors to complete that for us. There is a county comprehensive financial audit that will be continued to be done or completed by our local CPA. And then we have the PERM and the Medicaid eligibility quality control. Those are audits that we're used to having. But this RETA, it's got everybody very excited and anxious. So, but I do want to give you that because you'll be hearing that as we go along. And at this time, I'll let Ms. Nance go over the audits for us at this time.
We have before you the adult Medicaid application eligibility audit. Of course, our benchmark is the 96.8. You'll see our red bar there across the top. Questions?
Go ahead.
All right, our recertification eligibility. Again, the benchmark 96.8. Recertification technical. Technical application. The next 4 slides will be for our employees who are less than a year. And then our benchmark 96.8, and they are striving for that. Next we'll see our recertification eligibility. Technical for recertification. And our application technical. Thank you.
So which one of these charts show which one you have to pay money back?
Eligibility.
Like the first one?
The first one. Actually, your first 2, your
First 2?
application eligibility, recertification eligibility. Anything with the word eligibility could potentially.
So I guess based on your opening comment, y'all very pleased with what you're seeing and the attitude and the performance from the people.
That's wonderful.
That's a blessing.
It is.
We commend you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
And you can
Yes,
see
sir.
that reflecting on these.
how many employees do you have in the Medicaid unit total?
There are 9 positions.
9 workers. There are 6 in the PLA, which is your private living, your regular Medicaid for adults, and then your long-term care, which is your nursing home facility.
You get about 15, 20.
No,
6
9.
plus 6.
6 in the PLA, which is your regular Medicaid, and 3 in your long-term care. That's
Oh.
So all 9 not audited?
Yes. You have some
There are some
vacancies.
vacancies,
We have,
which is an indication that the workers that we are auditing have
Got
more.
two
because they're
vacancies,
able to
right?
complete that.
So you got 9 individuals handling Medicaid for the entire county?
For adult Medicaid.
Oh, okay.
Totally free, right?
See, that's, you got, show us 7 people.
Some of these people, because these vacancies were not vacant, in January, we've had some vacancies since, so they're not gonna show up on these.
You're not at maximum thing.
Not at this time. We're not at
Have we
maximum.
been there yet? Have we been at maximum thing?
Not lately. We've had quite a bit of turnover in that unit.
So by having lack of staff, that putting a strain on your quality, doesn't it?
Well, they have volunteered, they have asked for comp time, and so they are allowed to be able to work on, they come in early, they can take 30-minute lunches, and they can work till 6 or 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, the system goes down, and they are working on Saturdays.
So it does put really handicapped them, really.
It can.
So by being handicapped, they create more errors.
Well, it could.
But so far, you're not seeing it.
So how do you compensate them for all this time?
We can, follow county policy. They take time off, within the time frame that it's earned or the next, and then if they cannot take it off, then we would go into overtime pay. And that would come out of lapsed salary.
If they're understaffed and then you don't comp and then cut time back, don't that take away from productivity there?
They are doing excellent with their time. They are holding still. Of course, you know, people have medical appointments, you know, some of that time is used there. But, and we can,
Most recently, we have devised a plan where we have created teams to try to expedite training. We have divided them into an application team and a recertification team, where 3 are dedicated to doing only applications, the others are dedicated to doing recertifications. So they're learning one function rather than trying to learn both.
And the
As
high
a
turnover,
temporary.
and the high turnover is for what reason?
I would
Gotta be
say
a reason.
that it is the pressure, a lot
Yeah.
of times, the pressure that they're under. We're not getting, applicants from other counties that are seasoned, so, you know, we're getting a lot of what we call green workers. They're having to learn the processes. So
But you're stepping up to the plate.
they are stepping up to the plate, they are.
Do you have funding available to hire others?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we're doing the hiring process,
Okay.
yes.
Or are you allotted money to go over 9 staff, or just only 9 staff?
No, sorry.
Just only 9?
But budgets are coming up.
That's what I'm asking, I'm trying to get around to, are you in need of more staffing positions than you have? That's what I'm asking.
We are looking that, yes, we will.
Just a catch question though. If you haven't had those 2 positions that were not, that were vacant, can you get temporary people? And then full-time? I mean, because that's money that you have.
Right, the state will not allow us to contract through our contractor that we have available because they're not considered to be vetted.
But no part-time? You can't hire a
Well,
part-time?
by the time we would hire part-time and get them going, we would have a new staffing in. So,
But, I mean, you want, but you have the funds already, because you have not, that position was vacant. So that could help you to get.
and those funds are helping to pay overtime.
Okay,
in this
okay.
way.
Thank you.
That like salaries.
Yeah.
What else, Leslie?
That's it for that. Jay?
Thank you.
Can I ask one question, Ms. Freddie? Can I ask one question? What is your recommended staff number that you look
The
at?
state does not have mandated caseload sizes.
What's your number, that you would know?
Off the top of my head, I could not tell you, I think it's probably, is it about 350 per worker? But from what we're seeing across the state, we have looked out to other, county level 1 counties, and we're looking like we're well below what other counties are doing.
So if you had 9 staff, you may need how many, 10, 11, 12?
I'm thinking 1 to 2 more. And that's a 75% reimbursement. Okay, I have Miss Jackie Dennis with me. We're going to give our end of the year reports. You want me to go first? Okay, since I'm on the phone. Okay, in your packets, you have our Community Child Protection Team end of the year report. This is a state mandate that we report out each month. You saw in your packet that we reviewed a total of 9 cases. Of those 9, 2 were fatalities. Those are fatalities that happened within the year, and that creates a report for us to investigate. And those 2 fatalities, that was a sudden infant death and then a car accident where a child was killed in a car accident. And then we reviewed 7 active cases. The areas that we saw that precipitated the need for us to discuss these cases were improper supervision and the mental health issues of the caretakers. The deficiencies that we had pointed out in last year, and things that we had accomplished this year, we had a new community technician caseworker who trained and is providing parenting classes to families. That is something that we use constantly in children's welfare. The addition of a substance abuse provider in the county, we had a new provider to come in, that was Carter Clinic, and the continuation of the substance abuse task force in the county. And again, our CCPT team is a very strong team. It's one of the strongest teams that we've got. And you'll see also that one of the needs that we had a backlog of our child medical exam appointments. This is when a child has been physically or sexually abused. They would go to Chapel Hill for an evaluation to determine if the abuse actually happened. That, of course, was time consuming for our social workers. And we have a new child advocacy center at Lake Waccamaw now that we're able to utilize. So that is cutting back on that travel time. Plus we have regular multidisciplinary team meetings. Some things that we would like to see addressed by the state is an annual statewide summit for CCPT, funding for special projects that we may have, and annual training online for our new CCPT members. That is the CCPT report. Is there any questions? Jackie will have her CFPT.
You also have in your packet the Child Fatality Prevention Team report. We meet in conjunction with the Child Protection Team. I am sent death notices and certificates of children who have died in county under the age of 18. Children who died in 2018, they send me those in 2019, so these numbers are a year behind. So in 2019, we discussed 3 cases for 2018 for child fatalities. They were all medical situations, heart problems, cancer, complications of being born premature. So there were no system problems noted, and there were no recommendations to be made. So we only had 3. That was a good thing. And on the second page, you see some of the activities that we participate in. Any questions about that?
You said, but you had, it does include vehicle
Any fatalities, yes, ma'am. And these are children that died in 2018. And it's a year later before they send the information to me. So it always runs a year behind.
Did we get this report last year?
Yes, ma'am.
And do we have a lot of accidents, fatalities last year before, 17? you know? And I just have concerns about that because a lot of these students are driving and a lot of fatalities lately. Or they get injured and then later.
Correct.
So do you get that data now?
If that happened in 2019, I'll receive it this year.
So you don't hear it otherwise locally? Oh, wow. So it could be, I think you did something wrong. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Terry Duncan, Health, Human Services.
I have just one item tonight. I ask for your consideration to approve the East Coast Polytechnic Institute, the ECPA University for College of Nursing. This will allow nurse practitioner students to do their training with us, and this has been approved by the county attorney.
A motion by Dr. Montgomery, we've got a second by Dr. Trivett. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Department, Ms. Renee Davis.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to ask you to consider accepting a gift of $1,000 for property located on Martin Luther King Street. And, the investment should be coming in $1,000.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Peterson, second by Mr. Gooden. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Ms. Davis.
I can get it when it's done.
Finance, Lisa Coleman.
Indeed, Jody. I'd like to review the January dashboard, which was 7 months of the year. At the end of January, we collected 66% of the revenues for the general fund, and we had spent 55.23%. Solid waste, we collected 67.78, spent 55%. Emergency telephone, we collected 50% and spent 44%. And on the water, we had collected 58 and spent 33. Any questions with the dashboard?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir, Mr.
I'm trying to understand this. Under the revenue has other taxes, 103% collected. That's pretty good.
That is, let me see what that is.